the way that it's spoken about traditionally, is that consciousness is prior to it, is prior to the initial I, or the initial sense of being, and that consciousness is the ultimate. But if you listen to like Buddhists or certain speakers, they actually would say actually consciousness too is form, like too is something that you can think about, and actually what it is emptiness and fullness simultaneously, no thing and everything. And so the reason why I would say it's kind of, when I mean beingness, I mean no thing, everything, and I kind of mean the consciousness and the I, the initial sense of being, as being it. Because the being side, the everything side, is love. So as soon as it comes into manifestation in this world, there is a sense of love. Now in some awakening experiences, it all gets peeled back and you see that this consciousness that's empty of everything. But consciousness never remains not conscious of anything. It's always mixed, and always should be mixed, with something happening. Like there's always only existence. So I mean kind of, when I say beingness, I'm trying not to split everything off. And even though the traditional teachers would eventually say that consciousness too isn't it, because it's not something behind, it's not something you can perceive. But all of these parts are beautiful to explain it like, beautiful way to explain it, but everything that you think has to be destroyed. And in the end, what happens is there stops being a center inside the body that's experiencing in here, and then there is everything experiencing itself, and it's an energetic shift. So that consciousness that feels like it's here pushes out into everything. It's a total energetic shift over. And the sense of being also goes out. So I used to feel like I was in life here, and then it goes out into everything until there's no longer an I here. But they kind of, it's everything, that beingness, because the beingness is the love part. Once it manifests, that's the love side. So you can't find one without the other. But you don't need to work this out too well. It's just a sense of it. And none of the teachers, they all disagree, and they all put it in very particular ways, and this is right and that's right. None of the ways in which we speak about it's ever going to be right. It's more a resonance when I'm speaking of love, like a forgetting of yourself. And when you feel love, you begin to feel less identified. You're feeling more into everything, until there comes a point when there is no difference between you and the outside. And then Lisa carries on appearing, but she's no longer the experiencer anymore. She's an experience.